Welcome to a Q&A session. And yesterday I was talking about seitan and how seitan is not an healthy choice. And people attacked me in the comments. Why seitan is fine? It's whatever. So I want to say this. I'm not saying that if you actually have seitan or protein powders or fake meats into your diet, you're going to be unhealthy. This food may have their place inside of your diet, and they're not going to make you an unhealthy individual. That's absolutely fine. By the way, for the ones that are coming live, remember this is a Q&A, so ask me some questions so we get this going. And going back to the seitan thing again, I just think that I personally like to promote a healthy diet, and anything else comes as an ad, right? So I wouldn't promote seitan as unhealthy food, because for me it's a processed food. Now, does it mean that you're going to be unhealthy if you consume seitan or if you consume other processed food? Of course not. They have space inside of your diet, and you can include them. But do I think that it's a healthier choice to implement more nuts, fruit, and vegetables inside of your diet, legumes, instead of actually eating seitan? Yes, I do think so. And also we have to look at the reason why some people implement seitan inside of their diet. By the way, guys, for the ones that are live now, please ask some questions so we get this going. And there you go. We have a nice questions that is going to help me make my point. Hi, thank you for this. What is the best plant food containing protein? And here's the thing: we have to stop worried about protein. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to tell you this. We don't have to overthink protein. You have been brainwashed that it's about protein. I think most people have this way of thinking that to build muscle you need a higher amount of protein. If you eat more protein, you build more muscle, and they completely forgot what's actually important in order to build muscle, and that is getting stronger, increasing the volume into your workouts. If you're doing calisthenics, increasing the number of repetitions, doing weighted pull-ups and increasing the weight. If you're doing gym, you want to increase your deadlift, bench, and squat, and all the exercises have to go up. And there is no way that your strength goes up and your muscle don't grow. It just doesn't happen. And here's the thing: I read a lot of comments below the seitan post. Below the seitan post, seitan is a great source of protein. It's very high in protein. You don't need to think that way about nutrition. You don't. You simply don't. You're going to get enough protein from a diet by just eating. By just eating, you will get protein. You don't have to overthink the amount of protein that you're eating. As simple as that. As simple as that. Now, you want to have seitan, you want to have ice cream, you want to have a protein shake because it's easy to have. You want to have fake meats because it tastes good. Absolutely, it's fine. You're not going to be unhealthy. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in order to be healthy you have to eliminate all the processed food. Absolutely not. But is seitan a healthy choice? No. I think it's better to eliminate seitan and add more vegetables, more legumes. Perhaps even better to have normal grains, right? Because seitan is washed up wheat. And probably I don't know, but I imagine, because I don't know if you ever seen the process of seitan. Even if you do it at home, it's a long process of washing the dough with water. It's a lot of water to use to actually wash it, and I'm sure in that process you lose nutrients from the food. So that's my point. You know, you got to stop overthinking about protein. For the one that are online, guys, drop me some questions, otherwise I'm going to leave. There's very few of you today, actually, 4. I mean, it's summertime, you're probably on holidays. So, Rick, what do you think about my content, my comment about protein? Because I think you do work out. Yes, you do work out. You look good from your profile picture. I want to know, when you share your views, what is the backlash? Well, depends. I honestly think that, you know, when I have backlash and bad comments, it's mostly coming from people that are not open-minded to navigate the ideas that I share a bit more deeply. Like, for example, you know, the seitan thing. You know, people got upset because I said seitan is not a unhealthy choice, but I didn't want to say is unhealthy. I just want to say that it's just, you know, it's not a big deal about it. It's just another food, another processed food. But if you want to use the word healthy, well, if there is so many other choices that you can make. You can eat more legumes. You can eat whole grain. You can eat more nuts as a snack. Can you take away the calories from the seitan? But overall, here's the thing. Overall, I know that the reason why people eat seitan is not because it's a healthy food. It's just because it's higher in protein. I know that for sure. You know, I don't think there is anyone that truly said, I ate seitan because it's this super food and healthy food, and, you know, they put it at the same level of dark leafy greens, right? Or, you know, no one does that. The reason why people eat seitan is because it's high in protein. That's it. And because most of the time it doesn't even taste good, let's be honest. Like the one I buy at the supermarket, I'd never like it. Only sometime I like seitan, but most of the time it's just kind of, it's like a bread, gummy bread. I don't like it. The most seitan is also full of pesticides and chemicals from the growing. You know, that's all the vegetables. That's all the vegetables. You know, it's not the seitan fault. You can probably buy organic seitan, and you know, but you know, that's not unique to seitan to be full of pesticides. I do eat a lot of oatmeal like a horse. It's good. I like oatmeal. Actually, I don't eat it often, but we don't like to hear the truth. It is funny. Thank you for sharing it. Guys, drop some questions, otherwise I'm going to leave. It's a Q&A. You need to get this going. We don't like to hear this. Oh, I read this already. Kayla says, exactly, not all food is healthy, especially pre-made vegan food, and especially non-vegan foods. I mean, at this point, guys, I think all the nutrition science and also personal experience from people is definitely showing that, nothing is truly unhealthy. What's truly, even animal products, at this point I do believe that people can be very healthy consuming animal products. I think it's healthier to have to be plant-based, but it seems like what's really unhealthy is processed food and not doing exercise, and of course all other unhealthy habits that you can have in your life. But yeah, at this point, like, the nutrition is going so many different directions. So I think the most important thing is not consuming processed food in high amounts. Definitely most of your diet should be coming from whole plant-based, I think. Kaylee also says, but seitan is delicious. I only have it once every 3 months if I'm lucky, with some kimchi, and it's usually in a burger bun with lettuce and Korean mayonnaise. I think I just don't know where to buy a good seitan, I guess. What's your view on tofu? Look, tofu is soybeans cooked, blended, and filtered. I don't see tofu as a processed food. I think I see tofu as a cooked food. So I don't think it's highly processed in any way, and I eat tofu every day. Hello, guapo. The combination of different products is making a better value for the body, like bees and rice. I'm not sure if I know what you mean, but definitely I think at the end of the day, having a variety of plant-based food inside of your diet, including grains, legumes, vegetables. It seems like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, it's a very good add to your diet, like making sure that you're having broccoli or kale, for example. You want nuts, a mixture between nuts and seeds to get your unsaturated, polyunsaturated, and omega-3 and 6s. And what else? Fruit. Of course, fruit. I have a variety of them. And grains. Now, I'm not sure about grains. I don't think they're necessary for an healthy diet, but they have their place, I guess. How you get muscular without protein? The question is, what's the question? The question is, how do you get muscular with protein? How does it happen? So you sit on a sofa, you eat protein, just like most people in the world has ever done, like the average person eating animal products will eat a bunch of protein with no problem. Maybe more than 150 grams of protein per day, just because they consume meat every day and cheese and eggs. And these people will have a belly and no muscle. So why is that? The reason is that a protein is not, it's not that it doesn't do shit. It is involved, of course, in the protein synthesis and in the building of soft tissue, like muscles. Of course, you need protein, but you don't have to worry about protein. You will get protein by eating food. That's the thing. We have been, I was there. We have been absolutely brainwashed to overlook at protein. Absolutely brainwashed. We don't have to worry about protein. You just get the protein from the food that you're eating, and that's the protein you need. And it's if you have a variety of whole plant-based food, it's easy to get 100 grams of protein and more, and that's enough. It's probably enough less protein as well. It's probably enough less protein as well. In order to build muscle, you have to get stronger. You have to get stronger. All right? So if you're not building muscles and you're struggling with doing more than 5 pull-ups, why are you worrying about protein? Do you think you cannot do more than 5 pull-ups because you're not eating enough protein? No, it's because you're not training properly, you're not consistent, okay? You're not progressively overload your workouts over time. Maybe your workout doesn't make sense and that's why you're not getting stronger. That's how you build muscle, by getting stronger. And having a healthy diet that makes you feel good and allow you to get stronger over time, and eating enough calories to give you enough energies and fuel your workout. Have you been doing any volunteering recently? Do you ever give money to sanctuaries or animal rescue places? So for now, I think that my giving money away is giving money to myself, because I do activism every week. So I feel like, as of right now, of course I want to give money to sanctuaries, but I kind of feel good with my activism, and I don't give money away because it's not a good time for me to give money away. I give time away to the animals. Time is money, or through animal rights activism. Bro, I'm all for vegan activism, but please put some disclaimer on your explicit videos. Pretty triggering. Unfollow. I don't care. Truly, I am pretty upset with vegans that do these kind of comments. Oh, you should put a disclaimer. So you cannot, you see, you cannot, like, you cannot, what's the fucking word? You cannot handle just looking at the post with animal cruelty that it's intended to trick non-vegans into watching the truth in order to have a positive impact for the animals. You know, that's a really very, very, very small effort that you're doing for the animals. You know, I watch these videos every single day. I do activism every single week, and I have these videos in front of me all the time. And it affects me, of course. Like, you get conditioned to watching these violent videos. It's not cool, but that's the reality of it, you know. And you know, that's it. You should just scroll over and accept it and support me, because I am posting these, not asking for a trigger. People who give up on eating vegan are almost always not informed properly and do not eat proper vegan diet. Yeah, I get, you know, yeah. How do I deal with thinking about animals suffering all day and night, because it makes me so sad every day? It's difficult to deal with, I think. It's very difficult. I think the best way is having vegans around you sometimes, so you can, because otherwise you truly feel like you are in the wrong place. You know, the world truly is mad, and it feels like you're disconnected from the world. You know, like it's so important for you that animals don't suffer, but you look around and it seems it's so normal to justify animal cruelty. So you need someone around you that's vegan, so you can have conversations about the frustrations you have with the conversations with non-vegans, or just living in a non-vegan world, right? So that's very important. And the other thing is living a fulfilling life. So having goals to work towards and being healthy. But I think it's overall, if you really care, just like me, and you truly have empathy for the animal cause, it's going to be a struggle to go through life. 100%. There's no solution. There is protein in everything. I like what I'm hearing. Please keep it up. Yes, bro, I will. If you eat too much protein without exercise, you will become sick. I don't know if I can agree with this statement. Protein is the least amount of foods you need after carbohydrate, then vegetables and fruits, and firstly fruit. Yes, I agree with this. How do you know so many English words? I've been living in the UK for 5 years, and since I started my online business, I do everything in English. I watch videos in English. I read books in English. So my word is in English. I completely understand. You do a lot for the animals, and more than some people. I do a lot, and I would like to do even more, to be honest, but I feel like I need to be first financially stable, and I have a more stable life to do it. But still, as I go through my struggles of building a stable, independent life, I still dedicate time and energies to the animals, committing to one event per week. So compared to, I would like to do more. But what I don't like is people complaining about, you shouldn't be sharing animal cruelty without triggering because it's annoyed to me. So come on, you cannot even make the effort to suffer for a second to watch a video in order to allow me to post freely about animal cruelty, so we can reach some non-vegans that might be shocked from what they see, and they start thinking about the products that they're eating. Gotta do a bit better for the animals. You post the truth, I respect. Thanks, bro. I feel sad also. Everyone does not want to see this, but the posts are real and are the truth. Absolutely. Thank you so much for your help. You're welcome. I have a question here as well. What do you recommend on losing weight when you have social anxiety? I don't know. How does that relate? If you have social anxiety, I guess you don't feel comfortable with when you are, especially with new people, right? And so what? You feel forced to consume food to please them? Just don't consume food. I don't know. Oh my goodness, I didn't know you lived here. Yes. I'd love to see you succeed financially, bro, and have complete freedom. It's great that you are not merely a fitness coach, but a true-based and unapologetic animal rights activist. Absolutely, man. Activism is life. I don't know, I just feel like that we live in this society where it's true, we are all looking for a way to go through life and take care of ourselves. So surely we have to be selfish to take care of ourselves. But at the same time, I truly believe that each of us complain about the struggles that we have, when in reality we all living comfortable. Even me, that I'm kind of forced to live in the camper. It's a small space. It's got X, Y, and Z problems to live in a camper. But you know, when I start kind of complaining, I remind myself, I got a place where to sleep. I've got a bed. You know, like I'm cool, and I think, and that's why for me it's important to give priority to activism, because I am privileged to have a camper. I'm privileged to be able to pay for the gym and go to work out. I'm privileged to be able to be on social media. So, and you guys are all privileged. Whatever is the situation, you probably are privileged if you are using a smartphone. And if you are privileged, I think is a duty for everyone to commit to something that has some positive impact for someone who truly needs help in this world. For me, they are the animals, and that's why I dedicate time and money to them. And honestly, another thing is, I usually get very anxious before I go and do activism, and that's because I do have that pressure and say, oh my God, like my life it's already being a struggle, and now I am throwing myself into more struggle by having to organize the televisions and the battery and go to the center and start talking with people that don't care about animals, having arguments and all that stuff. But once I'm there, once I'm doing activism, it actually feels good. It does feel great to do something good, to have some positive impact for who cannot defend himself and needs help to improve their life situation. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'm going to eat tofu with tomato, and I'll see you in the next one.